Hi, welcome to Monday Shots. Today we'll be talking about who is talking to you. Now, a few weeks ago, I was speaking to a friend and we were talking about the concept of mentorship. And during our conversation, we actually realized that the word mentor actually sounded a lot like men and tour, like going on a tour with a man. And that's why this episode is actually going to be looking at mentorship from the perspective of a tour guide in a museum. Now, the responsibilities of both the mentor and the mentees, the expectations of these two individuals in the relationship, in the mentor-mentee relationship. The four of the largest expectations or responsibilities of the mentee is to learn, to watch, to absorb, and to listen. And so, looking at the job description of a tour guide by careerplanners.com, they've listed 7 job descriptions that I think, if you study well, you'll be able to understand and extract the responsibilities of a mentor, responsibilities of a mentee, and the expectations of both individuals. Now, number 1, the tour guide conducts educational activities. Your mentor has to be extremely knowledgeable. Your mentor has to have knowledge, in-depth knowledge of exactly what you guys are talking about. You don't want to have a mentor that doesn't understand what you guys are talking about. In the first instance, you don't even want to have a mentor that is not in the same sphere of what you're being mentored upon. So your mentor, which can be likened to a tour guide, has to be knowledgeable, has to be knowledgeable just because he's going to conduct educational activities. He's going to talk to people, he's going to train people, he's going to explain things to people. And the same way your mentor is going to talk to you, explain things to you, direct you, you first of all want to know that they are knowledgeable in whatever field that they seem to be. And it is very possible that you can spring something that your mentor maybe has not heard before. But that shouldn't be even a fear, because if you have a good mentor, if you have an effective mentor, the first thing they want to do is to grab as much information and knowledge about this new field that they just encountered, just so that they can be the best mentor they can ever be to you. Number 2, the tour guide escorts individuals on sightseeing sessions. One thing I'll say about mentorship is that your mentor has to be able to help you see. Now, the whole job of a mentor is to help you see far. So if your mentor actually doesn't help you see things, doesn't take you to places, doesn't take you on sightseeing projects, especially on things that they've done. I always say that if a person tells you a story without a scar, don't believe the person. Because at the end of the day, when someone is telling you a story, the only way the story can become life to you, the only way the story can be true to you, is when you can actually see a scar, you can see a proof of the story. And so this is the kind of person your mentor is meant to be. Your mentor is meant to be able to see, your mentor is meant to be able to help you see, either physically or even in your mind. Number 3, a tour guide describes tour points and listens and answers questions. At every single point in time, your mentor is charged with answering your question. You don't want to have a mentor that belittles you just because you asked a question he seems you think he thinks you should know. That shouldn't be the case. Whatever the case is, with patience, with alacrity, your mentor is meant to answer your questions. Your mentor is actually meant to guide you through. At every point in time, your mentor is meant to describe what's going on. Or at every phase, before you move into the next phase or before you make a new decision, your mentor is meant to describe every single thing. Like I said, your mentor should be somebody that has gone far ahead of you already. Number 4, your mentor, a tour guide actually conducts greetings and registration of visitors. This actually talks about respect. Your mentor has to be respectful. He has to respect people, respect time, respect money, respect values, respect culture. Your mentor has to actually have in-depth respect. You don't want to have a mentor that is arrogant. Now, see the fear of having an arrogant mentor. Arrogant people don't learn. Arrogant people are not open to learning. A good mentor actually should be open to learning. The only way someone can teach you or can guide you is if they are learners themselves. You're obviously headed that the best form of leaders are the ones that can be led themselves. And so that's the character you want, the responsibilities and expectations you want from your mentor. Number 5, the tour guide actually monitors visitors' activities. No matter what and how busy your mentor is, your mentor needs to know what you're doing per time. This has a big responsibility on yourself, actually, because you need to be accountable. You actually need to let your mentor know what you're doing per time. However, it is still the responsibility and expectation of the mentor to actually monitor your progress per time. Your mentor should be interested in wanting to know what you're doing at every point in time. And number 6, your tour guide actually provides safety tips. Now, like I said, the general conception is that the tour guide, the mentor has actually gone ahead of you. The mentor has fallen into some pits that they don't want you to fall into. And they've done some things, they've made some mistakes that they don't want you to make. And so this is the idea of providing safety tips. Your mentor should be able to tell you not to invest in that thing, not to read that book, not to travel to that place, not to make that decision. They're meant to guide you. They're meant to save you from traps and from pits that you probably will fall in your journey in life. And finally, your mentor and your tour guide should provide direction. Now, this has a big thing on you. Before you even pick a mentor in the first instance, you need to understand where you're going. You need to understand your direction for your life. And so it will make no sense if you don't share this direction with your mentor right from the beginning. So they know whether they are capable or they are equipped enough to guide you and direct you to where you need to go. Because a large expectation of your mentor is the ability to direct you through your process to get into where you need to get to. So you don't want to have a mentor that doesn't have a clue. You have a responsibility to let your mentor know what your destination is, what your end goal is, and then they have a large responsibility and they're expected to guide you and provide direction through this journey. So I'll leave this with you. A person who leaves all his decision-making responsibilities to a mentor is just an irresponsible person. When you leave the museum, when you go back home, you probably drive back home or take a taxi. What happens? Your mentor is not there, your tour guide is not there. Do you just slouch? You don't do anything. You need to do your homework. You need to research. You need to study. You need to be on point. You need to get information. You need to read. You need to be on top of it. So that when you're speaking to this person that speaks to you, that is speaking to you, you guys can make sense. You guys can be at par in your brain, mentally. You guys can understand what you're saying. It doesn't say something absurd and then you think, oh my God, where did that come from? Even if you don't have an holistic view of what it's talking about, you at least have an idea of it because you've done your homework. That's the kind of responsibility that is placed upon you as a mentee also. You don't want to leave all the responsibility of making decisions or helping you out to your mentor. You actually want to show that you actually are responsible on your own. Like I said, mentors are actually important because they help you see far. So as you go this week, who is speaking to you?